It is your boy, Black Ronin, back on at it again with another banger and fire video for y'all's out here today there, y'all. Welcome on back to the channel. But guys, this is a different type of video, but it just hit me today. Lately I've been seeing like a lot of conspiracy type of videos popping up on my YouTube channel. And then like I looking back in my life, I just thought of just some crazy supernatural experiences that I experienced growing up in life. And for the first time ever, I just want to share those with you guys. It literally just hit me today. I was like, I never really talked about this type of stuff, and I'm curious to hear from you guys. Have you had any supernatural experiences going through your life? But these are my top 3 craziest supernatural moments in my entire life. The first one happened when I was a kid. The other ones happened as I gotten older. But let's go into it. So coming in at number 3, I guess you can call this supernatural sight, maybe seeing ghosts or whatever. But this, I only had this happen one time in my life, one experience ever. And this was back when I had to been probably like 6 or 7 years old at the time. Maybe a little younger. I could have been 5 years old, but I'll never forget. I was standing like basically like at the door, like, cause we could, like, the way you exit out our house, we got the front door, and I was waiting for my dad to come in or whatever. I can't remember exactly what was happening, but I just know I know somebody was coming in the house, family. And I was just waiting at the door, and I was just like, cause we had a screen door. The screen door was closed, but I can still see through everything clearly. And I'll never forget, I saw like this really cool looking rattlesnake just flew by, and it just like went into like the concrete stairs. But the crazy part, when I told my dad, I was like, "Dad, it's a rattlesnake." He was like, "Where, son?" Like it just went literally just like at the stairway. And then me and him come out there because he didn't see anything. And I walk, and I'm just like how on earth there is no way this thing could just disappear like that. But cause guys, it was concrete, like concrete stairs going up into our house. But the concrete, there was no holes, there was no way the thing could just enter anywhere. But I never seen anything like that before, even still to this day. But it's almost like the rattlesnake just teleported into the concrete, just went through it like it wasn't nothing. And I looked all around the perimeter of the house, couldn't find anything. And that was the first thing that had surprised me. And even the crazy part too, now that I think about it, because I said this a couple times on this channel, but when it comes down to animals, one of my favorite animals has always been reptiles. I don't know what it is. Even as a kid, I just love them for some reason. I always thought they were cool, just super cool. They're the coolest animals. And the more interesting part is whenever I see, cause I have multiple experiences of this too. Cause I'll go to reptile shows, and I never forget, it'll be a few reptiles that'll be on the more aggressive side, but I didn't know it. And every time I held the more aggressive one, because there was a boa constrictor, it was a baby, but known to be more aggressive. But when it got in my hands, it was automatically calm. And I had that happen a few, like a lot of different reptiles and animals that are known to be aggressive. But whenever I come around, it's almost like my energy just shifts them, So that's pretty interesting, at least from my perspective. I don't know, have y'all had a similar experience? But that was the first one. I know it's I don't know, it's on the lower end compared to the other stuff that I had coming later on in the years. But that's the first one, I guess, my first time ever seeing a ghost figure. I saw it just flew by and disappear. I just never seen nothing like that before. That was the first time it ever happened, and I never had that happen again. So that's the first thing. Coming in at number 2, I didn't know exactly what this was until I talked to a coworker at work, well, at my old job. Now, she was saying this is called astral projection. I didn't even know you can just do it out of nowhere or without even knowing. Like, I was just asleep. No, I'll take it back. I wasn't asleep. I was just zoning out. No, I'll take it back. No, yeah, I was asleep. I know I was asleep now. Yeah. I told you, I was asleep. And I was just at home one day. But when I woke up, I was levitating. I kid you not. And when I woke up, I automatically came crashing back down to the bed. I've never experienced anything like that before in my life. Like, I was levitating in midair, just a few feet. And then when I woke up, I just crashed back down. I have never had that experience ever happen before in my life, and it shook me. I never told anybody about this. And that's probably one of the biggest, like, craziest supernatural things I ever had happen. And I was talking to this one girl at my job. She did the whole tarot cards and all that stuff. I'm not into that. I'm not into that weird stuff. But, she was saying, like, not many people can do what you do out of nowhere. Astral projection just randomly, Most people have to, like, she was saying you have to go through a certain process to do it, which I'm not even trying to do it. I didn't even know what the heck it was. I was just sleeping. So I'm up here levitating. And mind you, like, I'm not into all that demonic, weird stuff like that. But it just happened. So I was levitating midair. And then I woke up and I just crashed back down to the bed. And I promise y'all, I was not sleeping. I mean, not take back. Like I promise y'all, like, I was not. What's the word? Like when I woke up, like, yeah, that actually happened. Like, I was not dreaming, none of that, because when it happened, it shook me. And I got up. I went to go eat, drank a little something, drank a little bit of water, and went about my day. But that was like, wow, like, that really did shook me. And I never had that happen again. And now coming in at number 1, this happened also at work. I'll not say that. Yeah, this happened at work. And I guess I can call this supernatural hearing, because we had a wild, interesting session that happened at work. So basically, we had a team of ghost people. They're like ghost hunters, and they go looking for ghosts. And they was coming all through, like, our workplace. And they had talked to our manager and everything. It was during Halloween time, and our manager hired, like, these ghost people. Say, hey, anybody want to stay? So I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, I wasn't like, man, I was just laughing, like, we're not gonna find anything. But although, well, I'm not gonna say I didn't find anything, because I did have one weird encounter that really shook me, and only one other person, but the other person that was with me that noticed it, when I confronted him about it, he acted like he didn't know what I was talking about. It almost like it just shook him. He didn't want to say it out loud. But we had, like, these devices. I can't quite remember what these devices were, but it can, like, sense any activity. You just sat there and you just listen for anything. And I heard these loud steps out of nowhere, just walking, like, right in front of me. And me and my other homeboy, he turned, he looked. I know for a fact he heard it, but we was the only two that heard it. And it went boom, 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 really loud. And I was just looking at everybody like, y'all don't hear this? And I was just shook. And then I'm thinking everybody heard it. And then when I talked to everybody about it, like, no, man, we didn't hear it. Like, why didn't you say anything? I was so shocked. I was just like, I was frozen for a second, because I thought I could have sworn everybody heard it. It was so loud. Like, I never, like, experienced nothing like that. So that was a wild, very, very wild supernatural moment I had. Just those footsteps, very, very loud, like it was normal, just walked across me. So yeah, guys, this is a different video. Y'all let me know, have y'all had any supernatural encounters, in your lifetime? Because This is some of the things that I have experienced. I again, guys, I don't experience these things on the regular, but these are some things that has happened as I gotten older. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I know at the end of the day, we are spiritual beings, and I don't know. It's some outside forces out there, and I think some of us do have some capabilities that we just don't quite realize. But there are some things that are definitely unraveling as we're getting older in life. I can't speak for everybody, and I also know how I live my life as well. These things never really happened when I was living just carelessly. But when I got more attuned to my masculinity, when I got more in tune to hitting the gym, eating healthy, that's when I really started to uncover certain things, and certain forces, and also even a little bit too when, actually, nah. But yeah, like, but in terms of just by yourself, that's what I noticed. I don't know how all that came about, but I don't know. Y'all let me know, guys, in the comments. Do y'all have any supernatural experiences? Do certain people have this? Because there are certain things I experienced that really surprised me and kind of shocked me. But that's all I gotta say. It's your boy Black Ronin. Like and subscribe, share. Y'all take it easy.